Operation Sindoor, redefining India's policy against terrorism. On 22 April 2025, the peaceful valleys of Pahalgam, a land known for its breathtaking beauty and spiritual calm, was stained with blood. 26 innocent Indians, pilgrims, tourists, dreamers, were gunned down in cold blood. Their only fault? That they believed in a different faith. Their only crime? That they were Hindus. Forced to recite the Quran before being executed, this was not just a terror attack. It was an attack on Bharat's conscience, on the soul of our secular civilization, on the idea of India itself. This cowardly act was carried out by the Resistance Front, a proxy of Pakistan-backed terror networks. The world condemned it. The United Nations called for justice, and the people of India called for resolve. In response, the Government of India launched Operation Sindoor, not just a counter-terror operation, but a historic declaration that India will never bow to terror, never be silenced by fear. For too long, our patience was mistaken for weakness. For too long, cross-border terrorism was met with diplomatic notes and hollow promises. But no more. Operation Sindoor is India's turning point. We struck deep into terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, eliminating over 100 terrorists, dismantling infrastructure used to train and arm murderers, and showcasing our air and ground superiority. But Operation Sindoor is not just about retaliation, it is about redefining what national security means in the 21st century. National security is not merely protecting borders with barbed wire and missiles. It is about protecting our unity, our people, our dignity, and our values. It is about ensuring that every Indian, from the snow peaks of Ladakh to the coasts of Kanyakumari, sleeps in peace knowing their country stands tall and firm. Let it be known, India will no longer be blackmailed by nuclear threats. We will not tolerate a state that hosts terrorists on its soil, then pretends to be a victim. Let the world witness this truth. Pakistani army officers offering funeral prayers for terrorists killed in our strikes. What clearer proof do we need of the state-terror nexus? Yet, even in grief, India does not lose its soul. We do not become what we fight. That is our civilizational strength, karuna, compassion in the face of hate, shakti, strength in the face of cowardice, and dharma, justice in the face of evil. But let us also understand this, guns alone cannot defeat terrorism. If the last 2 decades have taught the world anything, it is that hard power must be balanced with human wisdom. We must address alienation, injustice, and radicalization at their roots. And here, India's youth hold the key. We call upon our young, our engineers, doctors, soldiers, thinkers, artists, and farmers to become warriors for unity and peace. Let no one divide us by religion, caste, or language. Our diversity is not our weakness, it is our greatest weapon against extremism. When a Kashmiri Muslim stands shoulder to shoulder with a Tamil Hindu, When a Sikh soldier defends the temple of a Buddhist monk, that is India. We are a nation born not of conquest, but of civilization. We are the land of Gandhi and Bose, of Vivekanand and Kalam. We do not preach hate, we live harmony. But when attacked, we respond with the full force of our spirit, our military, and our collective will. Operation Sindoor is not just a mission. It is a message: India will fight, India will rise, and India will prevail, with courage in our hearts, unity in our minds, and the tricolor flying ever higher. Let every drop of blood spilled remind us, we are one nation, indivisible, unbreakable, and eternal. Jai Hind.